Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to Jack the Ripper part 2. I hope you're all doing really well. I apologise, this has taken a couple of days longer than I expected. Life is so busy. You know, when you just feel like you've blinked and then a week's gone. That's where I am at the moment. Okay, part 1, really liked. I love learning about history. I spoke to Adam after I watched part 1. And I was talking about Jack the Ripper and I was saying like, oh my gosh, like, you know, he would cut the women open and he was placing their organs on them. And he was like, yeah, I know, I learned it at school. And I was like, oh, did you? He was like, yeah, did you not learn it at school? And I was like, well, I don't really remember much. My head looks like an alien. He was like, yeah, we went to London to like go and see the locations. And I was like, oh, so maybe I'm just in the minority or maybe I really don't remember doing Jack the Ripper. I'm sure we covered it kind of, but I really don't remember studying Jack the Ripper. And also I said in the last episode that I hadn't seen Michael Caine in anything. And again, my fiance corrected me and said, I have. Now you see me. So I have seen him in that, but I've not seen him in anything else. And I'm absolutely loving being with him, finding out why Michael Caine is so well known and just seeing him take on what I think is quite a gritty role. And I think it's a role with a responsibility because we're talking about a very sensitive subject. So I'm very excited to carry on. For those of you on YouTube, this will again be split into 2 parts because I just can't put an hour and a half down into 10 minutes. I cannot do it. So this will be parts 3 and 4 for those of you on YouTube. Let's crack on. Also, this is going to shock you. It is a million T degrees out there. So I do have a hand fan. I had the fan on last time, but it made too much noise. So I will leave that today. But I do have this. So if you do hear that noise, I'm sorry, but I have to shut the windows, I have to shut the doors to film, to make it as peaceful as possible for you. So just if you hear a background noise, it is just me. Right, make sure you got your drink because it's hot. Get comfortable and let's go. Why do I feel like I'm trying to channel Michael Caine? Let's go. No, that was awful. Ignore me.
That joke about leather apron gave me real fits. I'm down on whores and I shan't quit ripping them until I get bottled. The next job I do,
Mr. O'Connor.
Where the hell have you been, Beat?
Vigilante seller, Mr. Paulson.
The next job I shall do, I shall clip the lady's ears off just for jolly. Wouldn't you? Yours truly, Jack the Ripper.
That could be anyone though that's written in.
Yes.
Arrived this morning at the Central News Agency. Mr. Paulson here brought it straight to the Star. That is an exclusive, that is.
I get 3 letters a day like this, mates.
In red ink. Nasty touch.
Well, yeah, and also they said, oh, it's a doctor. Yeah, well, you would say that, wouldn't you, if you were a butcher, to throw them off.
George, read that.
Oh God, not another one. Brother done it. It's the Jews. I'm a giant vulture.
Read that, the last line.
The next job I do,
Yeah.
I shall clip.
Yeah, so you got to see if they do.
Do you know what Dr. Phillips didn't say at the inquest?
Well, the thing he kept secret.
The ears. He cut the ears. Not off. He just cut them. Now, I knew that. Phillips knew that.
Oh.
So did the killer.
So they would have that printed and straight out onto the streets. So were newspapers only local back then?
If it involves the man who may one day be the King of England, the truth will be irrelevant. It's the rumour that'll be remembered. The damage to the monarchy could be incalculable. Does the Queen know? That's not for me to say. But if the papers get a hold of this rumour, every fanatic, anarchist and anti-monarchist in England will be running through the streets, screaming for a bloody revolution.
Pairs, George. I told you. Pairs.
There's 171 of these. All single statements. None of them tie up.
Look, 2 butchers in the same pub, 2 sailors on the same ship. There's got to be a link somewhere.
You need protection, I supply it. It's as simple as that.
What's it going to cost me then? 3 nights work a week?
Don't trust him, love. They hanged his dad.
But why don't you mind your own bloody business? Hit off.
It's a mighty sign of you, Billy. Same again.
Yes.
Why do I feel like she's going to end up being a victim?
All right, George. Ask yourself this. Why are the witnesses so confused about this stranger they're supposed to see? He could have light hair, could be grey, could be average height, he could be tall. George, there's got to be somewhere in all of this, there's got to be a pair. Keep going.
So I wonder if someone's trying to frame Prince Albert. Oh no. The lady's not worried about Jack the Ripper.
Find Spratley now! Furnace Street, Duffield's Yard!
Hello. Oi. Oi. Are you asleep up there?
All I wanted was a glass of gin.
Why would two people team up to kill prostitutes?
Did he do it? Did he do what?
Next job I do, I shall clip the lady's ears off and send them to the police officers just for jolly.
No. They're still there.
So this letter's a hoax, like the others.
That's not a hoax.
He doesn't need us! Get this mob off the
What if
street,
there's more than one,
or
like,
I'll run you
what if there's other people now doing these killings
You'll skin your feet.
to pretend they're Jack the
Finished,
Ripper?
Aveline. The people are taking over! The Whitechapel Vigilance Committee! Spratley, get that body away. George, come with me.
Well, this is mighty square. What's going on?
Mr. Evelyn?
Where the hell's this body?
They've taken it away, sir.
Taking it away?
City Mall 10 minutes ago. Now, I washed the blood off, best I could, but I haven't got a brush, you see.
You washed the blood off?
I
Why?
was told to, sir. The commissioner's been here. He's waiting for you at Goulston Street. I thought you knew all this.
What the bloody hell do you think you're doing?
I was told to, sir.
My orders, Aberdeen. It's anti-Semitic filth.
The Jews are the men that will not be blamed for nothing.
What's that, Aberdeen?
It's a letter to the Central News Agency, Commissioner.
I was going to say you could get them to write Jews.
Same writing, is it?
No, completely different.
So wipe it off. I don't want to see it printed in a newspaper.
I'll see you back at the yard, Aveline.
He might be someone they know, or someone they think they can trust.
Like a doctor, you mean? Or a priest?
Or someone else in authority. George, you still got that letter?
You mean hoax number 412? I'll chuck it.
No. Read it out.
But all that bunk about cut the ears off just for jolly. Never happened, Fred. He didn't do it.
Not till his stride. This is Cathierdo's.
Oh, God, he's done it. He's cut her ears off.
Just for jolly.
But if this letter's real,
Then you are looking at his handwriting.
you mean he's just given us his handwriting?
He has done more than that, my old friend. He's just hanged himself.
Can't
it. It's as if he wants to get caught.
First one squealed a bit, had not time to get ears.
Because the Deemshoots, the man with the cart.
Deemshoots must have almost trodden on him.
You still think there's more than one?
It takes 15 minutes to cut up one of those bodies. That's what Dr. Phillips said at the Nichols inquest.
Someone keeping watch, you mean?
Do you risk it? Right out in the open, alone.
All right, let's say there's more than one. That's why the handwriting on the wall was different. The Jews are the man who won't be blamed for nothing or whatever it was. But why? I mean, why write anything at all?
Because he's playing with us.
Yeah,
Some
that's when a
people
lot of
are so
murderers
damn
get caught
cocky,
out.
They think they can't be caught.
What's the motive?
Have you written it?
It's not much of a description. Just a black coat with a crest on the side. Can't think why you need it in writing. The drawing I did will give you a much better idea. The sergeant here said you wanted to talk to me. What about?
After you told us about being run over by the coach in the street.
Gay? I'm not lying. I saw what I saw. You see so many things, don't you?
Visions, for instance.
And monsters.
Dead women's clothes.
And murders before they happen.
And men with two faces like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Bloody Hyde.
Oh, you're such fools! I took you to the theatre to prove how a man can have two faces like that actor on the stage. And until you believe in my visions, these killings will go on and on.
Today, leaflets. We've had 8 weeks of statements, 8 weeks of questions. We've looked at every butcher, doctor, cook, knife grinder within 10 miles of here. We've questioned almost every resident of Whitechapel. We've had interpreters for Jews, Poles, Germans, French. We've got police on almost every corner. If you ever have an idea of your own spread, then warn me first. I don't want to die shocked. Right, move yourselves.
Definitely, Mr. Hyde.
Terry, that was Richard Mansfield, the actor. Stay with him, let me know where he goes.
Right. Bartender!
Oi, out, please.
Well, if there's more than one, what's holding them together? I mean, look at us. We work hand in glove together. But if one of us started cutting up bodies, doesn't anybody know how to knock?
They sent you a present, boys.
One of the geniuses of the press come up
It's
with
an
now.
ear.
Something you...
Well, doctor. It's a human kidney. What do you want me to say?
Does it belong to one of the victims?
I have no idea, Inspector.
Was it removed professionally, Sir William? You mean by a surgeon?
Why all this emphasis on surgeons? You don't need a medical degree to take hold of a
Why are
kidney
you
and cut
getting
it
so
out.
stressed about
Doctors
it?
do it every day, for goodness sake.
I was only asking, Dr. Ackman.
Ever since the day you consulted me about mental instability, Inspector, my son-in-law has been following this case avidly. All this talk in the press of doctors has hurt his professional pride.
Nonsense.
No, just mild